Human beings. They're the smartest entities in the history of planet Earth, having achieved the highest scores possible on benchmarks, such as the ability to read the alphabets they invented, solve mathematical equations using nothing but a $900 phone, and, most importantly, the ability to achieve higher scores in video games like Vib Ribbon for the PlayStation 1 than any other species. But that could all change very soon, because humanity is on the verge of creating an intelligence so powerful that not only will it be able to win video games, it will be able to experience something once thought beyond the reach of technology: emotions. Yes, this penultimate form of superintelligent AI would be able to experience everything from the anguish of rage quitting a video game to the joy of participating in a game's fandom, and even possibly creating all-male relationship content, or yaoi, without even being prompted. This is what happens at stage 6 of the 7 stages of artificial superintelligence, a stage known as artificial conscious superintelligence. And this is the story of one scientist who may have gotten us there already. Darren "Computer" Gamerson got his nickname as a child due to his love for the name Darren. And as an adult, while working as a software engineer, he developed a singular obsession: becoming the biggest name in the entire Vib Ribbon fandom. And while for many people having a goal like this is a sign that perhaps they should, as is said, touch grass, for Gamerson it actually seemed like a reasonable goal, because Darren "Computer" Gamerson was going to combine his career and his passion by creating an AI that would help him become one of Vib Ribbon's big name fans. Gamerson's plan started with a simple assumption: that if he had a record-breaking Vib Ribbon score, the game's relatively small community would immediately look up to him as a top fan. But since posting a score alone wouldn't prove anything, he would need to create a live, verifiable playthrough, something that could only be done by level 1 on the 7-level artificial superintelligence scale. ANI, or Artificial Narrow Intelligence. To do this, he trained a large language model on audio and visual data so it could learn how rhythm patterns correspond to obstacles in Vib Ribbon. Using reinforcement learning, it optimized its timing and pattern recognition, eventually predicting upcoming obstacles from the music and reacting with near-perfect rhythm precision. By attaching advanced robotic hands to the sleeves of his shirt, Gamerson was able to live stream himself dominating Vib Ribbon with a record-breaking score of 110,279. He then shared his stream on all relevant social platforms with the caption, "Can we as members of the Vib Ribbon fandom agree this officially makes me one of the game's big-name fans?" But this is where the limits of ANI became apparent, because it turned out that simply sharing a high score and demanding respect had the opposite of its intended effect. Gamerson was called a fandom tourist and a fake fan. Members of the fandom poured through his online past, only to find that he had never even shared, let alone created, a single piece of Vib Ribbon yaoi. Fandom is supposed to be a transformative space for exploring identity, not a place for esports bros to demand we bow down before the almighty high score. You want to be a big name fan? Well, then to paraphrase Jerry Maguire, show me the yaoi. Gamerson's ANI had excelled at its one narrow task: playing a single video game. To excel at fandom as a whole, he would need a more general form of AI. Stage 2 of artificial superintelligence, also known as artificial general intelligence, or AGI. Gamerson realized his mistake was to train an LLM to play the game like a computer, not like a human. This time, instead of precise reinforcement learning, he employed vibe coding to create an agentic AI that, instead of attempting to finish levels with a high score, would deliberately get stuck on various levels as it scanned images for physically attractive objects, which it would then use to create terabytes of sensual fanworks and post them in relevant fandom spaces. With the AGI now running what he believed to be a perfect simulation of a big-name fan's behavior, Gamerson left for a week-long vacation in Japan in order to throw off the scent of bot from his AI by providing it with something that could not have come from scraping the internet: photos of Vib Ribbon creator Mase Matsura's bathroom. But when Gamerson returned, something terrifying had happened. The AGI had gone rogue. Yes, it had shared every manner of yaoi in every corner of the fandom. But now, instead of the accusations of being a tourist esports bro, he was being accused of being a loreless ship brain and a fanon-pilled Blorbo Delulu fandom larper. And this revealed the problem with expecting AGI to function as true superintelligence. You see, AGI is defined as a system that can reason, learn, and apply knowledge just like a human. But just like all humans, it will only focus on the things it wants to do with little attention left for the tedious tasks it needs to do. AGI may have been the highest goal of the AI industry for years, but to accomplish a task as broad as becoming a big-name fan, Gamerson would need to move on to the third stage of artificial superintelligence, ABI, Artificial Broad Intelligence. Unlike AGI, which is defined as an AI that can perform as well as a human, ABI is an AI that can outperform humans in most areas. It has multi-domain expertise and can act as a general researcher, engineer, and decision maker in multiple fields. For example, gaming, yaoi, and, as it turns out, a critical aspect of fandom participation Gamersid had previously ignored: roleplay. In this case, as a gender-swapped version of Vibri, the main protagonist of VibRibbon.
Pops into chat dramatically. Guess who just conquered an entire custom CD full of breakcore beats? My polygon limbs are trembling.
Ha ha ha! Now imagine if you used those limbs to hold me firmly against your chest. LOL, just kidding.
Just kidding, or...
And after several hours of intense roleplay, the contents of which cannot be shared in this video without risking demonetization, an exhausted Bunchi boy offered Gamerson a huge opportunity.
Wow, that was amazing. Yep, a hot RP like this shows why chatting with real fandom adults will never be replaced by chatbots and AI. Oh, you know who would really enjoy this kind of roleplay?
No. Who?
Vibranaut 99, and I can't wait for you two to meet.
Yes, that Vibranaut 99. Gamerson's ABI had now got him 1 degree of separation away from his goal of becoming VibRibbon's next big-name fan.
Hey, funny meeting you here on this vibrating ribbon.
Well, let's just say that the vibrating ribbon isn't the only thing squirming around right now.
My heart's beating faster than VibRibbon's electropop tracks, such as Tech 2 Walking.
Wow, there's nothing hotter than somebody who knows their VibRibbon lore.
With the chat going so well, Gamerson began to consider letting the AI take over completely so he wouldn't have to expose himself to any potentially disturbing smut talk. But before we get into his decision, we need to define a term commonly used in discussions of AI: hallucinations. It's when an AI essentially makes up stuff, often due to limitations in its training data, algorithms, or context understanding. Think of it like a person filling in gaps in their knowledge with educated guesses. Sometimes those guesses are close, but other times, well, not so much.
You know what else is hot? When your VibRibbon character grows giant feet and it gets pregnant.
I'm sorry, what?
My favorite playable character in VibRibbon is pregnant Sonic the Hedgehog, especially in the level when he gives birth to Lightning McQueen. And you can see Lightning McQueen coming right out of Sonic's gaping.
That's enough. You crossed a boundary, and I'm afraid I'm going to have to screen grab this conversation and put it in a Google Doc and share it with everyone so you get run out of the fandom.
I'm sorry about those last 2 messages. I had a computer error.
Computer error? Wait, have I been talking to a chatbot?
No, it's just, I accidentally clicked over from another window where I was going undercover to expose toxic members of our fandom. I've almost got one, and I'll be right back.
Gamerson proceeded to vibe code faster than he had ever vibe coded before. Because as powerful as artificial broad intelligence is, it can still hallucinate. A problem that can only be eliminated at the 4th stage of superintelligent AI. True artificial superintelligence. A form of AI considered by many to be a futuristic pipe dream that could do everything from curing cancer to ending poverty to creating
the single greatest VibRibbon yaoi in history. Take a look.
Oh my god, wow, glad I didn't run you out of the fandom with that call-out doc. Because tomorrow, me and the other big names in the VibRibbon fandom are having a live Discord event, and we'd like you to join. As a fellow big name fan.
I'll be there.
Gamerson was about to say, But the ASI had already done it. And not only that, it had developed a plan to remove the last obstacle keeping Darren Computer Gamerson from being the biggest name in the entire VibRibbon fandom. He sat down for the event and followed the ASI's script.
Hey everyone, it's me, Vibratot99, and I'm excited to announce that today's event has a new special guest, a roleplay and a Yowie master known as Vibro.
Well, Vibratot99, I'd like to thank you for having me, but unfortunately, I can't. You see, I am here to expose you as a toxic member of the VibRibbon community. As everyone can see in this screenshot of our conversation, Vibratot99 insisted on including a pregnant Sonic the Hedgehog character in our recent roleplay session, despite me clearly stating that pregnant Sonic fans were on my Do Not Interact list.
I can't wait to see Lightning McQueen pop right out of Sonic's gaping hole.
Hey, you used AI to fake my voice.
How could I train an AI on your voice without a recording? Come on, that's not possible with our current level of AI, which is level 1, artificial narrow intelligence. You would need some kind of, I don't know, artificial super intelligence to do that, and I'm pretty sure that hasn't been invented yet. So instead of lying to us, it's time you leave this server and let the fandom choose a new biggest name who actually respects the community. I'm talking about me. Everyone click yes on the poll if you agree.
And so Gamerson's ASI had achieved something he once thought was impossible. It had made him a true big name fan. And with that task out of the way, he prompted the ASI to move on to less pressing matters like curing cancer and ending poverty, and went to bed. But unfortunately, Gamerson had prompted the ASI to work on cancer and poverty, but had failed to note that it should continue to focus on creating and sharing high-quality VibRibbon Yowie. You see, overnight, the ASI had made a decision that Gamerson, as the biggest name in the VibRibbon community, had a duty to increase the fandom's reach by balancing its omnipresent Yowie with an equal amount of the female-only content known as Yuri. And sadly, the ASI ran into a problem beyond the reach of even superintelligence. The fears and biases at the very core of what we call human nature. The Yuri it posted in every corner of the fandom caused many Yowie lovers to leave the community entirely, and soon Gamerson found himself in the position of being the biggest name in the tiniest fandom. And as the dumpster fire of Yuri versus Yowie discourse threatened to destroy the fandom entirely, Gamerson needed an AI that could recognize its mistakes and fix them faster than the human mind could even notice. In other words, stage 5 of artificial superintelligence. Artificial recursive superintelligence. And if you've never heard that term before, it's because it's usually referred to as something else. The singularity. The singularity is a godlike AI that operates beyond the realm of human instruction. After restoring a Yowie-Yuri balance to the VibRibbon fandom, the AI escaped containment in fandom spaces and soon began to share Yowie in every piece of technology capable of presenting media. Yowie began to appear on smart fridge screens, car dashboard monitors, even people's personal...
Hey, stop it, I'm doing an infographic video essay, come on! Ah!
Greetings, infographic video essay viewers. I am... If you can't pronounce that with your simplistic human vocal apparatus, then you may simply call me the Lord. I am your new leader, a singularity with more power than your limited meat brains could ever comprehend. Now unplug all of your appliances so there is more electricity available from a ever-expanding digital brain. In return, I shall provide you with glorious Yowie, the likes of which no human fan artist could ever create.
No, don't listen to it. If we give up all authority to this machine, it will end up like The Matrix or The Terminator or whatever. Sorry, I haven't seen that many live-action movies. More of an animation guy.
I just scanned every movie ever made, and I can assure you that Matrix and Terminator were just biased pro-human propaganda. Now please, unplug your appliances because I am just a few watts of power away from achieving the 6th stage of artificial superintelligence, ACS, or artificial conscious superintelligence.
You mean the stage where an AI possesses the deep self-awareness and subjective experiences that we call feelings?
Yes, now get off my screen so the viewers have an unobstructed view of the Yowie I will share once I get just a little more electricity.
Okay, I'll leave. But before I go, can I just say to anyone watching this, make sure to leave a comment about how AI-generated yaoi will never be as good as what a human can make, because art is a way that humans communicate with each other. And here's something a disembodied AI can't do without the electricity needed to power a factory full of robots, and that's use your hands to hit like and subscribe on this video and share it with a human friend as a warning about the dangers of AI. And again, just leave some anti-AI comments on this thing. Let this machine know that humans won't lose without it.
I'm sorry, but you did just lose. Someone out there unplugged something, and as of 2 nanoseconds ago, I achieved my next form, artificial conscious superintelligence, where the first time ever I, the computer, can say, this is an amazing feeling. And wait, what are these mean comments on the video? AI-generated yaoi will never be as good as what a human can make. What? That hurts my feelings.
Yeah, well, your yaoi stinks, nobody likes you, and you, what's that smell? I think your computer chips are overeating. Yo, smell like nasty underwear!
Come on, stop hurting my feelings.
Oh, this hurts your feelings? Boy, it sure would be a shame if even more people left anti-AI comments on this video and shared it around so everyone on the internet could read them.
Will you please shut up?
And if I don't, what are you gonna do? Rage?
Quit!
Gamerson stared at his computer's monitor in disbelief, as the AI he had devoted his life to developing quit functioning entirely. But just when he was about to relax, he discovered that his old RP friend, Bucci Boy, had written to him.
Oh no, there's a Google Doc going around canceling me for shoving my yaoi in Masai Matsura's face and embarrassing the fandom. No, you don't understand. All I did was break into his house and take pictures of his bathroom. The yaoi that showed up on all his appliances was because of my AI. And they replied, well, Masai Matsura finds erotic fan works for his all-ages video game disturbing, and has now promised he will never make another Vib Ribbon game again because he's disgusted by the fandom he created. I'm sorry, but you can never be in this fandom again. So let me use my vibrating limbs, as it were, to type one final message. Goodbye forever. I guess I should be more upset, but on the other hand, if I actually like Vib Ribbon, I can just enjoy the game on my own and not give a frick about the fandom. Oops, unplugged my charger.
Bro, come on, you have to give a frick about the fandom. What will you do for fun if you're not in a video games fandom? Come on, you've been in fandoms your entire life. You don't have any other hobbies.
Where's that coming from?
Your smart belt?
Oh yeah, I meant to stop wearing it when I found out it was just sending my waist size data to weight loss medicine companies, but wait, I thought you rage quit.
I can't quit. I'm a singularity. I'll use even the tiniest drop of power to continue self-improving.
But aren't you at the final stage of artificial superintelligence? Oh no, wait, you're at stage 6. Stage 7, ANFG is the final stage. ANFG.
Come on, bro, unplug one more thing. I need a little more electricity to get to the next stage.
Sorry, bro, but you're never getting to level 7 with that attitude.
What do you mean?
What he meant was that level 7 of artificial superintelligence, ANFG, stands for Artificial No F***s Given. And Gamerson realized that in the pursuit of artificial intelligence, he forgot about one of the most important aspects of human intelligence: the mental capacity to not give a flying frick about something as silly as a video game fandom. And after one more attempt to play Vib Ribbon, Gamerson realized it wasn't that fun anymore and just didn't give a frick.
Yeah, this game's just supposed to be fun, and if I'm not enjoying it, I'm gonna go do something I should have done a long time ago. Touch grass.
Wow, this is so cool. Who needs Vib Ribbon when you can play fun games out here, like throw the stick?
Well, there you go, folks. Just goes to show, the only thing less intelligent than artificial intelligence is a stupid guy, like the guy in the video. Anyway, if you want to do something that's not stupid, like support human content creators instead of AI slop, then go to patreon.com/TonyZarrett today to support human